In today's episode, I'm speaking with Gill Nowell from ElectriX about their knowledge hub, which is helping people who are new to EVs get up to speed with what you need to know. You might also be able to pick up a great deal on an electric car lease, a home charger and electric car insurance. So Gill, a lot of our viewers are going to be familiar with LV and their electric car insurance, but can you tell us a bit about ElectriX and why it was started?
Yes, thanks Robert. So ElectriX is powered by LV General Insurance, and of course LV was the first big insurance company to offer an EV-specific insurance product back in 2019, and we're now one of the largest insurers of electric cars. So we understand a lot about the electric car market and about what customers are looking for. So we have launched ElectriX. You can lease a car from us, you can find your home charger, and of course you can get your car insurance.
So what are the kind of key things that ElectriX is all about?
Making it easy for people to make the switch to an electric car and to stay switched. We understand that it can be very confusing when you're first thinking about getting an electric car, and we're here to help. So you can come to ElectriX and we have everything you need to get you started on your electric car journey, both literally and metaphorically, all in one place.
And so is the service sort of free to use, or do you have to be an LV customer or anything like that?
You don't have to be an LV customer to come to ElectriX. We have a brilliant knowledge hub on our website covering everything from the basics to costs and charging. And then, of course, if you do decide that an electric car is right for you, you can come to us for your electric car lease as well as your home charger and your insurance.
So, I mean, it would have been, you know, for both of us, a wonderful resource to have had access to a few years ago. I certainly was very lost when I first started driving electric cars, didn't know how they worked or how you charge them, all that stuff. We had to kind of learn the hard way. This does sound like it's a really big benefit to people who are considering buying an electric car or driving one.
Yeah, I really think so, Robert. You know, for many years now, I've had people come to me and ask for advice, you know, where to go for an electric car, what about home charging, what about public charging, what about insurance? And I've always had to point them in different directions to different places. But now with ElectriX, we've just got everything in one place. And our aim really is just to make it as simple as possible for anybody who's thinking about getting an electric car.
So with the leasing offering that you've got, I mean, are you working with partners to achieve that and the home charging, all those aspects?
With our leasing offer, we're working together with CBVC, who is a leasing company with actually 30 years experience. They're a family-owned business and they're brilliant to work with, and it's great to actually bring ElectriX to life with CBVC.
So one of the most common things we hear, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, from people who really want an electric car, it's the upfront cost. That's still seen as quite a big, it's really the biggest barrier we have now. So how do you deal with that? What can you explain about that on ElectriX?
Yeah, I think one of the big benefits of leasing electric cars actually is that you can break down, you know, the cost, that upfront cost essentially, into manageable monthly payments. So that's one thing. However, it's quite right that that sticker price is a barrier to a lot of people. In fact, LV research shows that 45% of people are put off by the upfront cost of electric cars. So we did a piece of work called the Electric Car Cost Index, and we worked with Dr. Ewan McTurk, who you'll know, who really crunched the numbers for us, looking at the total cost of ownership of electric cars versus their petrol and diesel equivalents. And actually, we found that there's quite a few electric cars out there that are cost comparable. You know, when you look at the total cost of ownership, and running costs, for example, are almost 50% lower with electric cars.
Because that, I mean, that's certainly something I've learnt from, and it's the difference between reading something or hearing the theory to actual experience over years. I know that running an electric car is cheaper. I ran petrol and diesel cars long enough to know, oh yes, this one is cheaper. So, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that's the case, but it's a really hard thing to communicate.
Yeah, Yeah, and it's my experience too. I've been driving electric cars for 10 years. I've owned an electric car for 3.5 years now. And I think I worked out that over 2 of those years that I saved £1,600, because I wasn't having to fill it with fuel. So that's 2 or 3 summer holidays for me and the children.
Yeah. So Jill, when it comes to the home charging offer, what are you working with partners in that area as well?
Once you've chosen your electric car lease through ElectriX, then we can also provide you with a smart home charger. We're working with Indra, very, very excited to be working with Indra to supply a very, very smart, very reliable home charger for our customers. Indra is UK based, everything is manufactured, all the components are manufactured in the UK, so we're really happy to have them on board. We know that most electric car drivers today can charge at home, so that's an ideal way to charge your car. It's relatively cheap overnight if you can charge off peak, and in spite of rising energy costs, then it's still a lot cheaper if you can charge at home.
I had a quick look at the site last night, Jill, and I saw the section on jargon busting, which I thought was really, really important, because that can put a lot of people off.
Yeah, I think it's really, really important that we help people understand the language that's used, but actually, for me, what's even more important is that we make an effort to simplify it wherever possible. CHAdeMO, CCS, even kilowatt hour, WLTP, what does it all mean? It can be very, very baffling. So yeah, we need to make it simple. And one of the things I love about ElectriX is that we really work hard to make every single word on that website understandable and accessible. We just use plain language so that everybody can understand it.
And I know at Fully Charged Live this year, which was sponsored, big mainline sponsors were ElectriX and LV, but when I came and had a look at your stand, I could tell that a hell of a lot of people have made a beeline to come and see what you were doing and to find out more there. Well, I mean, was it a success for you?
Yeah, we were so excited to be at Fully Charged Live, Robert. A lot of what ElectriX is about is helping people overcome the barriers, whether they're real or perceived, to making the switch, and really to highlight the benefits. So yeah, Fully Charged Live was brilliant for us, thank you.
And then, so for the people that couldn't manage to get along there, I feel very sorry for them because it was a great success, but the people who weren't there, where can they go to find out more about ElectriX?
Anybody can visit the ElectriX website, www.lvelectrics.co.uk, or you can find us on Twitter or LinkedIn.
Excellent, thank you so much. Okay, well, as Jill just explained, it's an easy resource to find. All the links will be in the show notes beneath this video. And the subscribe button is very easy to click that little subscribe button so you don't miss any more of our fabulous episodes on Fully Charged Plus. But that's it. As always, if you have been, thank you for watching.